Come on, fire! Fire! Stop it. Stop it. What? Oh. Wow. Might have to drop it. Let's see if I got enough. temporary.
Very windy here.
These.
Oh, so you
We
can
could
put those
stake
in there,
it and just
too.
make a quick one instead of tying this big thing up.
Yeah.
But we're expecting rain, so. Just so we can get going.
Okay.
Shenanigans. Oh, battery died. Can you hand me the shelf table? If I just put it on its side. beautiful.
This wind's kind of giving me an earache. It's so windy, I'm not going to be able to cook out here unless it's over the fire.
I got one piece that's small enough. Yeah, I'm going to try to use it to where it can block the wind because it's just going to burn up. It is so windy. I was going to the cell tower to set it up. All ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to need the oven mitts. I'll need to grab it.
Okay. I'm going to take my Dayquil because I'm a little achy right now. That's stupid. Salute. Ugh. Gross. Ooh, I bet you there's all kinds of critters that are living in here. Have you seen this? This is the old house. It's all collapsed. I'm pretty sure something lives up in there. I'll have to put the trail cam there. See what comes out. Feels good. Got some coals going.
Pour it.
Yeah, I got it.
So surprising. Maybe it's because of the rain.
Bugs?
Yeah.
Or the lack thereof. I don't know. I think it's because of the wind.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
It's a very windy place.
Here's the you, and here's the us.
That tastes so good. Oh. My throat's sore, and that feels right on the money.
Yeah, Marcy's underneath the weather. She actually woke up. We had planned this trip, and she woke up in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah.
And she had the
I was
cold
having
chills.
cold chills. Yeah.
That sounds like the flu.
I got up and took some NyQuil and sweated it out at night.
Well, you're not completely out of the woods.
No, but I felt better.
So
Better than I was.
yeah, so we're kind of dealing with that. We are out here at this tree farm. As you can hear, very peaceful, secluded, like we've been doing. This is we've been in this stream of dispersed, off the grid camping, which we really like it. Yeah, we're just enjoying our coffee, like we do. If anybody would like to support the channel, we did start our memberships. We try to keep the prices as low as we could. I mean, some of the prices are, like on the top level. We were trying to make that even lower, but we went to the lowest level we could go. It's kind of slated on how it is. You have a little range of what you can do, and we stayed on the lower end of the range on all three categories because we were planning only to have one members only level. All right, I'm gonna finish up this coffee and start getting food going. And I think Marcy, you're gonna do the food, and I'll do the hike.
Okie dokie.
So, all right, we'll talk to you real soon.
Weather update. 70% around 8 o'clock. 8 or 9. We'll see.
I just scared the deer. They were right over there, and I saw them running. It's okay. It's two of them, two deer. Got their white tails up. I scared them. Oh. And there's the high-hide blind. And those look like planted trees. But that looks like a well. It feels cool back here. So I think this is the blue markers are the main big trail. And we're gonna go into the Narnia loop on the orange.
Okay. Can't wait any longer for Terry to get back. It's gonna start burning. There he is. See him coming back from his walk. Perfect timing.
A bunch of chipmunk holes over here. There was a chipmunk sitting over there, and I'm going to say it's a she, and she never moved. She watched me the whole time. She was on some of that foundation for the ramp.
I was gonna say, there's probably a whole bunch of critters that live down in that foundation there. Radar looks at like 7 o'clock. Should be getting a storm. We'll see.
rain on the tent.
Yep.
Oh. Here comes the rain. But overall, this place has been great. It's not been too buggy. It's like even the bugs that are around are not bugging us.
That was pretty intense. So let's go. We're going inside.
Looks like we got a little water on the canopy. Couldn't keep up with the pitch. There we go. Here we go. That's worse. That's worse. Fire! Hold in there. It won't last all night. That's a tarp fail. Have to do maintenance on it. Maintenance.
Terry, get closer. Let's get wet.
It's getting wet.
Towels.
We'll need towels. We'll be fine. That's not bad. We'll be fine. I think that one might have worked itself out too. We'll see. Woo! going to see if I can throw another stick on it to do some blocking for the embers.
Have the TPU in and the rain is coming right down there. It's pretty dry. I'm impressed. Still get to have some ventilation, so that's nice.
This is what you hear in the umbrella. The camera is waterproof, but it does get clogged, the mic does, and you can smudge your lens. Lesson learned on a video we did 2 weeks back. Defying the odds. Defy the odds. Come on, Far. You got it in you. I know you do. Whew. So it's staying dry?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the tarp we'll have to re-engineer. And actually, this over here is sideways. so I'm gonna go get some towels
Okay.
to dry some stuff up
Yeah.
from the truck. Yeah, we're just hearing tree drips now. So that's not raining.
We didn't get those windows. I was so excited to go outside and see the rain from outside. I forgot to zip off the windows inside.
Oh.
And that's probably all for the rain.
Yeah, we'll see. It's just dripping off the trees.
Okay, I think we're done. We might get another one about 9 o'clock. That's it.
The only thing that got wet here is from our umbrellas and us stepping in.
Yeah.
So got an A+ on that. It's gonna get some ventilation for now.
Yeah.
The only thing is you have to make sure you get the bottom here, so because the pitch angle,
Yeah.
you want it to hit.
Oh, but they don't have the zipper from the bottom up. So you'd have to
it's
zip
gonna
the
tuck
whole
down.
thing down.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying now.
Yeah.
That'll be your next test to see, because look, it does have a little bit of moisture here, but not up in here.
Yeah.
You know, so it looks like it was dropping from there.
Yeah. Let's go get
So
this
this is what
fire.
we were talking about earlier.
I
right?
know, that's awesome.
It's just like you're protected from the rain.
Yeah.
The rain's pitched away now,
Mm-hmm.
and this is dry as can be. The only moisture you're getting is a little bit of splash, and it got to this point, but
Yeah.
none of it got on the screen. It got over to here on the really heavy stuff, but of
Yeah.
course that's going to be if it's you're not blowing wind though too. We didn't have really high winds with the rain.
No, not really.
Let's get the fire going.
Ooh, that's a big chunker.
Fire! Shenanigans.
Oh my god. I gotta get some better matches. I think it's because it's damp. I gotta keep them dry better. So these matches that I use, my dad passed away a year or so ago, and he used to make things out of the matchsticks. He would light them, then he would glue them together. He made trains, motorcycles, clocks. I'll show you some pictures of them. But I think that's my why I do the matches. It's kind of like a little memory shout out to my dad. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Jack.
Better zip that down.
Did you, well, we're kind of, zip this down, but just see what's going on.
Staying dry over there? I'll dry over here. It's coming down pretty good. I close that outside window.
We don't need to, that's what I was going to say. Look, it was pouring. And it's dry. So look, as heavy as it rains, we have the window open. And that's awesome, you know?
Yeah.
just because it's not coming in.
Yep.
It's just, it's got enough cover. There's no wind at least coming this side. Whoa.
Yeah, as long as the wind ain't blowing, huh?
Yeah. And this is not wet. This is from when I sprayed that tick spray. That's what that is. It just covers. It's not wet at all. It's pretty cool.
Yep. Oh.
It doesn't drop to 49% now till 11. Ooh, there's a light show out here. Really? Yep, off in the distance. Yeah. The sky was light show. He's pretty big too. Really? Yeah, he's bigger than the ones we saw before. Smile. He's not moving. Oh, there's another one. Oh my God, Mars. Yeah, we are. You can see the whites of their belly.
Isn't that how you get coding? Is where you flashlight
Yeah.
eyes and make them freeze?
Yeah. He's over there. He's over there. Okay, I'll try not to step on you. Oh, there's another one. He's a hopper. That's 3 toads right outside our tent. Oh my gosh. I don't want to step on them. Watch out for toads.
Thank you. What's up with that? Time for some coffee. I'm still not feeling great this morning.
Pull that tarp in the sun, where the sun's at, to dry it, but it's and then put it back.
Let's do the coffee.
Well, you just recorded saying
Yeah.
coffee. Here's to you, and here's to us. So we had a lot of rain last night, eh?
Can you put your plate up here so I can...
It rained all night. I think it stopped probably around 6. Oh, I didn't say good morning. Good morning. So.
It's been a rough morning.
Yeah, Marcy's still sick. That's still a thing. It's not full blast, is it?
Yeah.
So she's still fighting the bug. So we're dealing with that. We're gonna just do a quick breakfast. We had a protein to do with it, but we'll just stick with the eggs and the cheese and our muffin. Just so we can hopefully get her home, get her some rest. And we'll see what goes on. It is a beautiful morning though so far. If you're not sick, I suppose.
Yeah. Kind of opposed to greasy stuff.
No, it's not so greasy. All right, bon appetit. Mm-hmm.
I felt that air all the way over here.
What?
So I felt the air all the way over here. How much does that thing weigh?
Oh, the whole kit's at 110 pounds. I don't have the poles or the canopy or the pump in it, so it's probably around 85 to 95 pounds, I would say. Lift with your back. Just kidding. Let go. Let the heat dry it out.
Got everything.
Swing out.